Good afternoon and welcome to our ribbon cutting and grand opening here for the Nebraska City Learning Center. I'm Cindy Meyer, coordinator, and here is our dean, Cindy Conkin. She's the Dean of Extended Learning.
Thank you. On behalf of Southeast Community College, I want to thank you for coming to celebrate this special day with us. This is an exciting day for the college. We're going to have, after the short program and ribbon cutting, we're going to have tours of the new facility.
And it is really exciting. In fact, I have to pinch myself every day when I come to work. It's pretty hard to believe that Nebraska City has this kind of a facility here. And the board and Dr. Illich for their visionary ideas and made this happen for us. This substantial investment that they've made is just pretty amazing. And I'm getting a little bit choked up, and I apologize for that, but I can't tell you, I never even dreamt of this happening here in Nebraska City, and so many of you that are here have been a part of this, so thank you. And here to say a few words is Mayor Brian Beckett. He's been our mayor for his last 6 years. He and his family moved here in 2009 after he retired from the United States Army. And he and his wife Kelly, just 3 years after they moved here, opened up a business downtown called The Keeping Room. And if you live anywhere close to Nebraska City, you've probably eaten there. And if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's a wonderful place, and we appreciate the investment that they've made. And he's blessed with the three of his children and a son-in-law. And I, for one, am really happy that he and his family have moved here to Nebraska City to make it their home. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mayor Brian Beckett.
Is this clock on the podium for me?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, it's exciting, as Cindy said, to be here. And I'll say it's three big excitements in the past. First, when Nebraska City found out that we were chosen as one of the locations to be a Southeast Community College Learning Center. So then in 2015, started building towards going to the brick and mortar, and the first opening of our first learning center just east of here on Central in October of 2016. And then the next big exciting thing was to hear that the great work that our public schools had done with this facility and this academy was not going to just go by the wayside, but it was going to be capitalized on by the Southeast Community College to move in here and to continue on with the education. And I want to thank Southeast Community College for having the faith in Nebraska City to continue to grow with us as we grow, growing from the smaller footprint down the street to this wonderful facility. And I also want to let Southeast Community College know that we have as much faith in you, in your local leadership, as well as the leadership in Lincoln, that this facility will continue to be a leader in a wonderful network of educators. A network between our public schools, our Catholic school, our homeschoolers, Peru State College, the university system, that this facility has led through several meetings, several get-togethers, finding out what our employers need, what our students need, and how the city can grow in education realm. And I know that this facility will continue to educate our youth in an outstanding manner, continue to inspire our dreamers, prepare our workers to be successful in their current job and to be even better in their outstanding careers. And then it will also continue to sustain those learners that I love, the lifelong learners that have a variety of interests that the local leadership here strives to really meet. So I just want to thank the college for continuing to have faith in Nebraska City. And I promised Dr. Illich in 3 years, it only took Cindy 5 years, to grow from 2,500 square feet to a 20,000 square foot lot with this great facility. So in 2 or 3 years, when she comes looking for 20 to 40 acres to build dorms, classrooms, and admin for the Eastern Southeast Community College, we will be standing by to help. But I thank you for letting me be part of this ceremony, and I just pray that God continue to richly bless Southeast Community College, the faculty, staff, your students, and continue to richly bless the residents of Nebraska City.
Kathy Belstorff lives in Johnson, Nebraska, and is a member of our Southeast Community College Board of Governors. She represents District 2, which includes us here in Otoe County, as well as Cass, Saunders, Johnson, Nemaha, Pawnee, Richardson, and even part of Lancaster counties. Kathy currently serves as our chairman of the board. As a side note, it's been a delight to have Kathy as one of our students at our Learning Center. And it was a speech class, and what makes it even more exciting was that she did that class via robot. So she drove the robot in our Learning Center on campus in Lincoln and took a speech class. That was a pretty amazing thing. And she was our second student to do that. And she got along famously. Right, Kathy, wherever she is? Yeah, you only crashed one, yeah. So let's see. So I guess we'll just stop there and we'll just introduce you, Kathy Belstorff, our board chair.
Woo! Could she have picked a hotter day? Holy mackerel! Yeah. Well, good afternoon and welcome, and thank you for joining us for this ribbon cutting and open house of the new home for the Nebraska City Learning Center. You know, J. Sterling Morton, statesman and founder of Arbor Day, encouraged setting aside a day to plant trees. And that first day in 1872, more than 1 million trees were planted in Nebraska. In the spring of 2016, Southeast Community College planted the first learning center in Nebraska City. Today we're celebrating more opportunities than ever with this new beautiful facility directed by coordinator Cindy Meyer and administrative assistant Sarah Barton. Just like trees provide economic and social benefits, 87% of SEC grads work in Nebraska. 60 diversified programs meet employers' workforce development needs, and student learning, whether hands-on, online, or via robotics, provide accessible, affordable education within 35 miles of home. On behalf of the Board of Governors, congratulations on the newest Learning Center site, planting and nourishing students on their path to possible. Thank you very much. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of Southeast Community College, Dr. Paul Illich. Dr. Illich came to SEC from Waco, Texas in 2014, and we could not have made a better choice. In the past 7 years, he's taken the college to the next level with innumerable significant accomplishments, including these learning centers. Dr. Illich is a dynamic and visionary leader who believes in data-driven decision-making and in the value of creating a culture of opportunity, creativity, and intellectual and personal respect. Please help me welcome Dr. Paul Illich.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Kathy, very much. I want to start by thanking a few folks. We were really fortunate today that we have a lot of our board members here. And let me introduce them to you. Starting, you just met my wonderful board chair, Kathy Belstorff. And we have our vice chair here, Jim Garver. There's Jim. We have Nancy Syme, our treasurer. Where's Nancy? There's Nancy. Neil Stemberg. There's Neil. We have Arlen Ermacher. Arlen's over here. We have Keith Hammonds. Where's Keith? There's Keith right there. And then we have Chuck Byers. Did I leave? Thank you, Chuck. Did I leave anyone out? I don't think so. Well, you know, I appreciate those remarks from, Kathy, our board chair, but you can be as visionary as you want to be, but it goes nowhere without a board that believes in you, that supports you, and really steps up. They're the ones that are out there working with their constituents, explaining exactly what we're doing. And they've been incredibly courageous. They've been visionary, and they've supported me every step of the way. And we're in this space right now. I could recommend it, but it goes nowhere without the board approving this particular wonderful new addition for Southeast Community College. I would want to say just a couple of things about, well, why learning centers? Why are we doing that? I remember when I first came here, the board had instructed me, as you heard our board chair say, Dr. Illich, we brought you here to take us to the next level. Well, we didn't know exactly what that was. We had to define that. So we spent a year developing our first strategic plan, and right at the heart of that plan was this idea of expanding our services to our 15 county service area. We had a presence in only 3 counties where we had campuses. We did not have any learning centers at the time. And it was obvious that was something we needed to take care of. So we did a very careful analysis. We looked at population mass, connectivity, we looked at geographical spacing, And that's where we ended up picking the 6 learning centers, and Nebraska City was definitely one of the great choices of the 6 that we did create. We now have all 6 centers operational. We again just expanded this from a little over 1,000 square feet to now this space has 12,000 square feet. So it's really incredible. One of the things though that is so wonderful about where the board is headed is in 2015 when we started this, we had a wonderful strategic plan, but we did not have a vision statement until the second plan, which we launched in 2020. And this is a vision statement that our board absolutely embraces. And I want to read just one part to you that I think is extremely important. The college is committed to ongoing intellectual, financial, and a strategic investment in its infrastructure and all phases of its operations. So what we're not going to do is leave behind any of our communities. What you're seeing here today is about partnering with our communities, strengthening the communities. One of the things I heard, or a question I had, is Dr. Illich, why is SE pushing out in these 15 county service areas? In some cases, these areas are shrinking. Maybe they're not growing. Why would you be doing that? And I told them all, that's exactly why we're doing that, is because we want to strengthen them. There are individuals, what this is about is not about a building. This is about the individuals that are going to get the life-changing benefits of higher education, whether that's continuing education. We do a lot of CE type courses, and one of the things we know about the human brain that's fascinating, it doesn't matter what level, what stage of life you're in, if you keep learning and you keep challenging yourself to understand new things, your brain is going to keep creating connections and keep growing. And I think that's symbolic of what we're doing as a community. So I love the fact that we're going to continue to partner with the ISDs, community leaders, and it's not just Nebraska City, it's all of the surrounding communities that are going to be directly benefit from this learning center. So with that, I just want to thank everyone that came in attendance today. I want to again thank my board for believing in me and believing in the vision and believing in SEC and our community. So thank you for coming this afternoon. I appreciate you being here.
So I'm going to wrap things up with a few more thank yous, and then we're going to go inside where it's a little cooler. Thanks, Doug. You're always important to me, that little clap there says a lot, truly. I mean, I look out here and I see all these faces of people that have supported me for years, and I just want to thank all of you for showing up and being here today to help us celebrate. But a few more thank yous. Dr. Paul Illich, president of SCC, that just spoke. Honestly, he is an amazing visionary and leader, and he came up with this strategic plan, and I've done so many of those over the years, but they sit on the shelf and they get dusty, and we don't ever open them up. We don't know what they say. But I can tell you that Southeast Community College lives their strategic plan. Every day we talk about things that are in that strategic plan. We set our daily goals up based on those strategic plans. And I really can't thank him enough and the leadership from the board. Certainly want to thank the Board of Governors and their long-term commitment, because it's not just like being a part of a concession stand. This thing that they're doing for Southeast Community College is a huge commitment and investment of their time. Mark Fritsch, Nebraska City Public Schools Superintendent. Mark has been a huge partner in this project, and the enhanced relationship that we have with the school is definitely music to my ears, because I have just a huge amount of respect for what they do. And the school board and Mark have just been tremendous partners. We are doing things together now, sharing resources and that sort of thing. And we have students here from SENCAP program in the back. Clyde, raise your hand, instructor with the construction, and the guys back here. They're here every afternoon. They're taking tools and equipment classes every afternoon here, Monday through Friday, and we couldn't be more happy to have them here. Nebraska City Tourism and Commerce. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I know Amy's been sick, and so we miss her, but wish her well. Pam is here with the little scissors. You'll see here in a minute, yeah. And Dr. Joel Michaelis couldn't be here today, but he's obviously just very important to us, Vice President of Instruction, super supportive. Aaron Epps, Director of Facilities. Jeff Corey and his Beatrice physical plant, and Mike Wood at the Lincoln physical plant. You can imagine, as of yesterday, starting the fall term, those guys are a little busy. So they're at campus. Our IT department, I generally have to bribe them with apple donuts, but they should be thanking me, but I will thank them for everything they've done for us. But Stu Osterton, where you at, Stu? Right there, with the public information team. He's got an amazing team that helps us promote what we do. And all of our local vendors, I don't know if any of them are here today. I haven't necessarily seen any, but I'm telling you, they worked really, really hard and went the extra mile for us here, and seemed to really, it was a pleasure for them to be working on this building. And the list goes on. And I know we got to get inside, but I certainly don't want to leave out my right arm. And I'm going to wait for that truck to go by, because this is important stuff right here. I could not, would not, don't want to do this job without Sarah Barton. Sarah's right over here. Sarah is amazing with our students, particularly the credit students that come in here. I'm telling you, these kids that, not kids, people of all ages that come in, they get her best. They get the extra mile from Sarah. She's amazing. So I'll leave it at that, but I will tell you, if she goes, I'm going. Just telling you. And so I want you to join us for our ribbon cutting today. It's a ceremonial ribbon cutting, and because of this new amazing partnership that we have with Nebraska City Public Schools, we're going to have them on one side of the ribbon, our Board of Governors on the other, and we hope that the rest of you will pile in behind us so that you can be part of this special day for us. And then please come back inside for tours and refreshments. Where's Chad? Okay, you want to rouse these people around?
Yeah, just have everybody come forward.
Yeah.
Who has the ribbon?
School board, ribbons right here.
Okay.
What do you want, the SEC board?
Right over here, please.
Over here?
Yeah,
Is the podium going to be behind?
yeah, the podium will be behind.
Over here. Right over here.
Oh, he's lining us up over here.
That way we can get the sign.
Bang. Can you move the podium a little bit? Yeah, right in here. Come on in. Thank you, Rose.
Just gonna get it out of the way. That should be fine.
Sarah.
Just a smidge. I'm very, very, very sorry.